Hello, everyone, and welcome to Red Valkyrie Presents. It has been a hot minute. Lots has been going on for both me and Cye. And actually, I think Cye is still AFK from their computer.
Nah.
Oh, oh, you're back. How are you,
I
Cye?
Much better. I just ripped my tooth out.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I read in the DM group where it was like, I'm wiggling it, it's hanging, I can't get it out.
oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully you're not bleeding.
So when you say much
profusely.
better, are you meaning like literally, or are you meaning it's out? So that's at least nice.
The second thing. The second
Okay,
thing.
all right. I'm so sorry.
Ouch.
Needless to say, I don't think that we should expect much in the form of talking from Cye, considering.
I'll do
Jeez,
2 shots of whiskey. It's fine.
Ooh.
yeah, at least you have good whiskey.
I do. It's.
That was a birthday present, right?
It was. I've smelled it. I have not even taken the slightest hint of a sip. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's rather unfortunate considering you said you just ripped your tooth out. Maybe just take a belt, babe. Just like a small belt. It'll be fine.
That or the sake.
Either way, look, Rex is not going to mind if
No.
the slightly tipsy Alex comes out to play because slightly tipsy Alex is fun.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred plum wine over sake myself, but
Oh my God, Shae! I have plum wine.
I know you
There
do.
you go.
It's fine.
I know.
should
maybe
have
pack
some.
that tooth and then drink to your heart's desire so it doesn't sting right there.
Yeah. So Rex, I don't know about you, but I love plum wine, and I have I
they're
think
good.
downstairs. I think I've got like 5 bottles,
Really?
4 or 5 bottles
Okay.
of plum wine. It's Fuki. It's really good.
Fuki. Okay.
Fuki wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just rebranded, so I was like, oh, I have to get the new bottle, obviously,
course.
because it's a new label.
So
Well,
I'm also
go.
going to spoil some stuff. So, okay, we're going to do regen tomorrow night just because the pain is
The
going to
tooth.
last until it goes away.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to spoil some surprises. So for my birthday, and I hope you don't mind, Rex, this is the first time we've streamed in over a month. So I'm just going to come out with
Accurate.
this. For my birthday, I was given a few gifts.
Yes.
I got the upper cartilage of my left ear pierced. I got the upper flat part of the cartilage of my right ear pierced. And I got my septum pierced. So,
Yes.
Oh,
quite a bit.
okay. Right.
Then, for anyone who doesn't know, I basically have not had eyebrows for most of my life because they're blonde, clear. It's just genetic from my dad.
Yeah.
I got my eyebrows microbladed by a friend of Shae and mine. And they look awesome. So
They do.
it's
They look very,
basically
very
a
good.
kind of like stick and poke tattoo. But they look amazing. And I have eyebrows for the first time in my life without drawing them
Yes.
on myself. So all very
Yes.
cool things. You'll see it the next time we stream tomorrow night. So
Tomorrow, yes.
I'm not going to be on camera today. There was too much pain and shit. So
Yeah, no, we weren't even gonna mess with it today. Not with the tooth giving you the troubles.
thank you so much, Shadowhawk.
I just have one question.
that?
Swelling much? Swelling much?
So in the ears, yes.
Yeah.
Cartilage gets really bad. Now, in my left ear, when I was a child, I had split that ear in half along the cartilage, all the way to the edge of the ear. And I don't think it ever got proper medical attention. But the point is, there was scar tissue that he had to avoid. So it is really pissed off because that swelling has no place to go up against that scar tissue. So the back of the earring is just embedded into my ear with the swelling. But the pain is going away for both of them. So I'm
Well, and the
taking
swelling
care of
was
them.
going down quite a bit too. Like it was really bad, and now it's gotten better. It's still gonna be a
I
couple.
like
weeks.
how you said that. Better.
Better.
delay.
Like a little bit. It's not as
So,
bad.
Eric Boyd deleted this, so I'm happy to draw attention to it.
Yes. Oh, and
Oh,
that's-
he corrected it. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. There we
Somebody
go.
I know is liking eyebrows. Yeah, they are thin. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
so
identify
that's-
with that.
That's basically how mine have been ever since I was a kid. I had a little bit of color right like in the middle, enough to look very weird, and then towards my nose and towards my temple, they were basically transparent. So the hair was
Yeah.
there. I just
We'll get the rumor going around that Cy and Rex are related
Mm-hmm.
to John Mayling. Confirmed.
and Whoopi
Ew,
Goldberg
Ew, no. Ew.
related to
know.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Also, all of this is
I would rather be related to Whoopi Goldberg and her liberal ass than Malin.
Wow.
No offense to those who are Malin fans.
Gross.
Yeah.
We saw him.
He supposedly has no eyebrows either.
He
Yeah.
really doesn't. We saw him at a con, and bless his heart, he looks like he ate Ethan.
Wow. Sigh.
He is bulking up. He's big bad.
Stop. Jeez.
Now, Carrie,
okay.
who just came in the chat, she's
Hi,
made a very
Carrie.
generous offer. If there are any the first new backer, not an old backer, but the one that clicks up to number 65, and I was born in 1965, so that's kind of apropos. If they become the 64th backer, the brand new backer during this stream, they get a free sketch cover as supplied by Carrie.
Wow.
Yeah, with
Look
your
at you,
order.
Carrie.
Yeah,
Carrie's such a sweetheart.
absolutely.
And because it matters to the chat, I had an amazing birthday. Shae basically made me really amazing dinners in the week leading up to that. And then for my birthday, I fixed Shae's car with all of my birthday money. And then she
Yep.
gave me her car.
Birthday.
So-
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's how that. A lot happened.
I
and
fixed
it
Shae's
happened very
car,
quickly.
and then she gave me her car.
Well, I'm
She
going
got
to
a
answer
different-
you guys, and I'm going to answer this before I even ask the question. No. And then my question is to Shae, have you got the poll up yet?
No,
Exactly.
there
still in
isn't
the box.
room. There isn't okay. When
I
I
get
moved
it.
to Utah,
Hey,
there will
Gordon.
be room for the poll, and the poll will
Folks.
go up, and then you will see Shae attempt to pole dance and probably break a bone. It'll be great. We'll
We
live
are-
stream it.
We are 15 months out from a move to Utah, and I'm already
Yes.
looking for houses for
Oh,
us.
64th. 65. Anyway.
65,
The
yeah.
newest. Anyway, Gordon says, wait, if I quantum leap, and which is interesting because I've just, like on the last episode of Quantum Leap, I watched recently all 5 seasons, binge watched,
It's an amazing show.
while I've been working on this campaign, and it is amazing. I've never seen all the quantum leaps, and there's a few that I missed simply because, but I'm not going to go back and watch them. But
Yeah, the last one was great.
the
it was
last
sad,
one, yeah,
but
well,
great.
it was Trinity. It was actually called Trinity Part 1, 2, and 3. So it's like a threefer. So I don't know.
Well, his final
So
leap
what?
was going back to fix Al, fix his life, his first marriage.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which he had quantum leaped earlier into 1.
Yeah, he had quantum leaped into Al when Al got accused of murder and fixed that. But at the end, he quantum leaped. Shut up, Gordon. It's so fucking old.
There was
Gordon.
there was that leap where he leaped into him when he was like Vietnam, and I mean,
Oh, yeah,
you saw
that's
that
true.
He was
That's true.
POW, and he also said, "Al, you need to spend some time with your first wife." Because
Yeah,
the
and
lawyer
so he went
and
back.
all that. Yeah,
So he went back, and he didn't leap into anybody. So God, fate, destiny, whatever, was personified in that last episode, and he gave Sam a choice.
okay.
And Sam really
I
wanted to
haven't
go
watched
back
it yet,
home.
so I don't
Oh my
care.
God.
Spoil it.
Sam really wanted to go back home to his wife, who he very much only sometimes remembered because of his memory loss throughout
Exactly.
leaping. But I'm getting emotional. I need my estrogen for today. So he was very much getting emotional, and he said, "But I have something I need to fix first." And so he leaped back into Al's apartment, where his wife was, on the night she was basically deciding to give up on him when he was a POW and she didn't
Yeah,
know and thought
after
he was
3
dead.
years of waiting. Yeah,
And and he convinced her to wait.
to wait those extra 3 years.
And
Yeah.
so he didn't have like 7 wives.
Yeah, because that was a running theme throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, was that my fourth wife or fifth wife or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
never got divorced.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Hugin.
good.
Yeah.
Forget the
Hugin's like,
actress
yeah, that
played.
sounds like a good story.
Yeah, it's a good story. You know, it's one of
It's
those
amazing.
strung out over several seasons.
Aw.
You know.
Thank you, Gordon.
And actually, they've gotten better, you know, over time.
They
You
really
know,
have.
like,
So a lot
they're-
of shows are like that. They take a while to get into the groove. Like when Bakula did Star Trek Enterprise, that took years to get
I'm
into its
sad
groove.
that they only did 4 seasons of that.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was getting better.
It's neat. After the end of season 4, they were going to retrofit the Enterprise and make it look like the Enterprise, more like the Enterprise from original series. You know, giving it that underside and everything.
Was it because it was canceled because of views, that it was low on views, or what?
It was low on views at the end of season 2, going into season 3, and they just didn't have a lot of faith in it.
Okay.
Okay. And Paramount was going through a lot of shakeup just then because Voyager was ending and all that kind of stuff. So they're like, no, this has run its course. Shut up, Eric.
Yeah,
Gordon says Enterprise took 5 seasons to get better. Wait.
We're waiting. Yeah, I'll do the
Okay.
voice. We're waiting.
Hold on. Here we go. Shae. Is everybody ready?
Wait, we
Okay.
didn't. Hold on, you gotta do this. There you go.
Metamorphosis completed, sir.
Shae the Red.
Has now become
Awesome.
Spice
So,
balls.
not quite the same.
Not quite
I-
midnight. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
flipped the hat and the jacket color because I had a black jacket and a brown hat, so that's where we are.
Yeah,
And
we're
I
gonna be
couldn't find my
doing-
pom poms.
We're going to be doing more with Midnight and the Roustabouts. She's my first Western character.
I like her. I like her.
I do too,
I
yeah.
definitely.
What you don't
feel-
know is those pom poms on her hat is her utility belt. She's like a
Nice.
chemist, so she's got like smoke bombs, a flare, one iron ball for throwing to people, one just like is
Like a
normal,
shot
she can
put or
plug
like
it
on a
off.
chain?
Huh?
Like you said one iron ball for throwing at people, like a shot put or like on a chain?
No, it's like real small where you could like throw it like a, hard,
Like a hammer.
Like a baseball,
chuck it.
like a
like a ball bearing.
Oh, okay.
You know, and if you hit them hard enough, you could hurt them or knock
Like
them
an
out.
iron
you know,
ping pong ball.
or
Gotcha.
kill them. Really, if it hit their temple area or something.
I mean, I go for that.
Heck yeah, yeah.
So, first off, I'm assuming Rex is doing good. We never even asked. We just got straight into talking about quantum leap shit.
Wait, no, we got talking about Psy ripping their tooth out, and then my birthday, and then quantum.
And then
shit.
quantum. Yes, exactly. But are you doing good, Rex? Are you doing good?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I've been working on this campaign for the last 2 or 3 to give it a momentum March makeover, and to put up
Nice.
all kinds of new art. And I still haven't gotten all the art that's going to go up on the campaign. I've still got art from artists coming in, and then Jay Kreger is going to be starting a Midnight and the Roustabouts logo for me either Monday or Tuesday. So I'm excited
Nice.
about that. The plans for that character is she's going to be in a pulp/comic, and he's going to
Nice.
do like the chapter artwork for it, and then I'll have an artist do the midnight story right in the middle of the pulp, and it'll be probably about 150 pages. Those pulps were thick back then. And
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's ever combined a pulp. As a writer, I just said to myself, I think if I can write quicker than I can have artists draw all these things, and I like to thumbnail out everything. I write all my stories, so this book's got several stories in it. It's like a hero anthology, and Midnight was the 2-page drawn in tier. Shadowhawk
know-
Black and Crooked Painter were on that 2-page spread.
Nice. I feel like Midnight, especially because this is based off of obviously this this version of her. And the fact that in that version she's got like the pink and the red hair, the purple and the red kind of going through to show that darker kind of black, it really, really, really makes me want to do like a gouache type painting or something of her, just because it would be so fun to do. And a lot of people don't necessarily know this. I'm a really big fan of Westerns. Like,
Are you?
I grew up
Okay.
I grew up with my dad. We watched a lot of Westerns and we watched a lot of martial arts flicks. So it was a lot of Steven Seagal and The Good,
Ew.
the Bad, and the Ugly.
I was
So
doing I was watching nothing but westerns for about 2 months to research the character and
Yeah.
put
A lot of John Wayne, a
dialogue
lot of
in.
Clint.
Yep. I think I think one of my favorite kind of crossover ones they did The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. I don't know if anybody saw that, but it's like a crossover between like a kind of traditional Japanese like action and like the Western. It's like if the two of them had a baby, and
Right.
it was so much fun. It was such a fun movie to
Well,
watch.
you know, the Magnificent Seven was based on 56 Oriental movie, right? The Seven Samurai. So
Seven
that's-
Samurai, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And
I
that's
just
one
wanted
of
to
my
point out
favorites.
real quick in our chat. That is me on X in the chat for the live stream saying hello. So it does show up here. You know,
Oh,
the more you know.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, cool. That's useful. It's, you know what, it's funny. It's like StreamYard's trying to do everything they can to keep us all
Aw.
from canceling after the price hikes. Oh, thank you, Jason. That's so sweet of you.
Hey, Jason. I've been working on putting some sexy in the book, more female characters, you know, because
Yeah, because I remember when we first had you on, and my option was this guy right here. Because that was pretty much it. It was that or one of the chicks in the background.
yeah. Which we
And,
had two. We had one called Lady of the Night and the Nubian. And
Shay, why
Yeah.
aren't you the Nubian?
There's many reasons, but one of them being
I know
this was the
somebody said,
easier.
I can't believe you sent her reference for the Nubian. She's not going to do blackface.
I mean, she kind of has.
Shut up! Stop. We're not going to talk about it.
You were young.
I was young. I was dumb.
I'm just gonna say this: the character
You're
that
outing her.
she's actually cosplaying looks so much like me in a purple wig. I'm kind of disappointed that I was not feeling up to being on camera today, because that would have been amazing if we both cosplayed the same
thing
character.
is, there's two of these characters. There's her, and then there's the other girl. So you could have been one, and I could have been the other. Like we 100% could have cosplayed this shit together.
Yeah, on the Kreger piece, you've got her younger and you've got her older. It's
Oh,
the
is that what
same-
that is?
Yes, that's her, like about my age, about 60 years old. Although I won't.
Oh,
be
now
60 till
you're
November.
back to 60.
Yeah, well, I'm almost 60 come November, so you know.
You
But, yeah,
just told the
that's-
chat you were like 65 and then 64 and
No, I
then
was born in
65.
65.
Oh my god.
I'm not that old.
Jesus Rex,
Thank God.
you must have lived a hard fucking life, man.
No, it's just
Stop.
white hair,
God, Cy.
premature white hair. My birth mother actually has white hair.
You know what? So I have some white hair too. Rex, I want to see you with hair dye. Can we have that as
No.
a stretch goal?
No, well, you know, we'll set it up high. Yeah, it'll be a stretcher, all right. It may be
Hello,
stretch-
Fanta.
We'll call it the stretch mark goal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the same character back to back, Shae. That's the
Got
older
you.
version of her. I'm calling her Old Lady Midnight. She's so I can tell her story in two timelines.
Well, so see, Sai, I would have let you be the young Midnight, and I would have taken the older.
There you go.
Well, I think you've done some old age makeup before, haven't you? Mm-hmm. I know you've done a lot of wound makeup. That's
I've
basically
done
the same,
old age.
but
I've done. I've done old age. I've done male. I've done wounds. I've done SFX, whatever's. Like,
don't forget the
yeah.
zipper.
I didn't forget the zipper. That was where we started.
Yes, it was.
Zipper face was the first.
Zipper face and milky eye.
Yes. So this isn't for anyone who is like, hey, I think I've seen this. This isn't new. You have just added a lot to your campaign now that it's on the storefront, and so this is like a relaunch almost of all of that, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we added a lot more on the big bundle. Put up new artwork. In fact, we've got one of the covers for sale up on the campaign. We reduced the price on the drawn-in tier, and we kind of upped the game on it. As far as the drawn-in tier, because you can become a permanent character of the Momentum universe, and have a whole chapter written about your character and have character development. If you want your character to die at some point, like Shadowhawk, he wants his character to die at some point, so I'll do a story like that for him.
Eric Boyd, thank you for the $2. He says, check Rex's blood pressure.
Yeah, it may be up a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
The thing that's funny is everyone who's like, oh my gosh, like this is one of the more heavily clothed costumes I've been in, actually. I'm actually a little bit hot in this. There's a lot going on.
Right.
Really?
So is that
Okay.
Shae? Is that the jacket that I've confiscated?
Yeah, I took it back for this.
A year ago, when you played Devil Flyer and had to do a full face mask, you had COVID, and you didn't find out till afterward.
Yep, I remember that. That was fun. That was super fun. I love that it's in the intro now though, because I'm like this, like doing a little heart thing and have no idea like the reason I'm so tired. It's like, oh, I'm about to be sick for 2 weeks. Cool.
Shae, why do you get sick for weeks at a fucking time?
Because I used to never get sick, and then I had to take all of these various inoculations thanks to the military. Now I get sick. When I get sick, I get sick for a long time.
Start beating again with all that hotness.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's it.
You guys are so funny.
Rex, what's your hint? Need characters with.
That's your hint that you need characters with skimpier outfits. Thanks, Wishes.
Yeah.
I mean, the Nubian's pretty skimpy, but also the thing that's funny is Shadowhawk was saying he gave you so much shit for you sending that to me. I still would have done it. I just wouldn't have done, I would have just been the very albino version of her.
He did give me a lot of crap on that. It's like, Shae's not going to do blackface.
Here's the funniest part of that, Rex. In all of the images you sent me, the one that was the lowest res where I could make out no detail whatsoever was her. She was like a freaking postage stamp. And so I'm like, there's a character I could theoretically be if I could see any fucking detail on her, but I can't see anything that she's got going.
Yeah. Somewhere I got that out of Gmail or something. I don't know.
So,
I don't.
What was I supposed to read?
No, because Rex was reading the chat. And so Jason's saying, don't try to read the chat. Sai will do that.
It's kind of my only job.
He's bleeding profusely.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So we've added a lot on the big bundle, but there's a good look at the t-shirts. Those.
I really like this second one. The actual like emblem going here. I think that looks really cool.
His daughter actually designed that.
Nice. Well, she's clearly talented.
Yeah, she is in her early 20s. You bet. Yeah, she
Good
designed
for
that
her.
a couple years ago for him.
Very cool. Yeah, I think that looks really neat.
And we may put like on the sleeve 4 o'clock shadow or something like that. We've been going for over, I think today's episode's 1,045. We've been going over 3 years.
Wow. Rex, do you have a soul?
Yes. No,
so Carrie, I can't make him into a redhead. He can't be a ginger if he has a soul.
Well, I do have auburn in my hair, and if you saw my sister, my birth sister, my half sister, she's definitely redheaded.
Okay, so we're making Rex into Carrot Top. Confirmed.
Yeah.
I feel
You
like
guys heard about that, right? I mean, a couple years ago, about a year and a half ago, June will be 2 years. My real sister contacted me.
I did not.
Yeah, and she had pictures of my family history, my birth mother, because I was adopted.
Oh, I didn't know that.
oh
Yeah, and
wow,
so I
we're learning so much
reconnected.
about Rex today.
Yeah, well, most of my adopted family died off in COVID. Unfortunately, I had that bad year. I think it was 2020 or 21, where I had two uncles and an aunt pass away.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
Yeah.
and some other people that I knew that year as well. But yeah, they're here in Arkansas. She couldn't believe I was still in Arkansas. In fact, her father, we have different fathers. Her father passed away here in town. We've actually got family here in town and just slightly out of town.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rex, I have to ask.
Mhm.
Does anyone there pronounce? Because you're the only person I've ever known that's actually been in that state. Does anyone say Arkansas?
No, not that I hear. I mean, I have heard the term, yeah. But yeah, we don't.
It's not.
call
It's
it
not even a
Arkansas.
term. It's just a mispronunciation.
But now, when I was smaller, the spelling of Arkansas was actually different than it is now.
Really?
We had W on the end instead of S on the end.
I'm convinced that some pirates thought that they were in Kansas,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that's just what happened. Arkansas.
R. Yeah. I think our claim to fame was we were the only ones that didn't break a treaty with the Indians. So, but that's only because they died off of disease long before we could.
Wow.
We're the diamond state. We're the only state that has diamonds. My sister is a retired nurse. She's 61 years old, I think. I had a younger sister, but sadly she's passed away. She had both legs amputated before she passed away.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
She weighed over 600 pounds.
Oh.
Which-
Wow.
Was she on that show?
No.
No.
Oh,
Damn it, Sai.
I
And
thought
the
we might
credit-
have seen her.
I didn't have time to renew the credit page there, but believe me, that sheet is full of names of people on this project. That's just a
Just out
smattering.
of curiosity, was this
Uh-huh.
supposed to be inner main art? Because it says John Dillard inner man art.
It's
Did he
inner
only
man.
do inner man? Okay, all right.
Man is the name of the character.
Okay, because I was like, did he only do art of the men in the interior? Like just the dudes.
John did cover A. He did this content page with the typewriter.
Okay.
He's doing a 2-page Interman story in there. He's doing a 2-page Silver Boa spread, and he's doing a 2-page Devil Flyer spread in the book. And he'll probably start on the Devil Flyer 2-page spread next week, hopefully. Well, buy my book. You got to take it from Cecil, That's wonderful art by Rob Ewing that he did a few years ago.
You can read that, Shae.
No, I can't.
I do get
No, I
some
can't.
jokes about the name Inner Man. He's all about the inner force that's within all of us. He's sort of my more cerebral, philosophical character. Because you have different character types that you create, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Like that's why I'm excited about Midnight, because I'm telling her story on 2 timelines. And so young Midnight is going to be different than old Midnight, She comes home from school after Cambridge and other places out east, getting her schooling, and her whole outfit is bought by her parents for her as a coming home party. But before she can make it home, they're murdered. And so she's a lot like Batman, to tell you the truth. But I did not have it planned that way. That's just the way it kind of came out. They run a newspaper called the Midnight Chronicle.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is all going to be developed and put in my next comic. The next book will probably be a John Buscema art book that I'm going to do.
Okay.
That will depart from just my characters, and that's pretty much just for the money and just for people that like John Buscema. They'll have a chance to get a book of unpublished John Buscema artwork. Never before seen. So,
I mean,
and then I'll get back on track. If I make a bunch of money with that, I'll get back on track on doing another Devil Flyer Zero and Momentum Unleashed Future Visions, where all the stories, and there'll be a midnight story in that, where all the stories are told in the future. There's two stories, the Midnight and the Silver Boa, that are not our future, but it's the character's future.
Really quickly, Rex, how old is the character in that picture that Shae just scrolled by?
Which one was that? With
this one right
there.
here. That's up.
Your guess is good as mine. I mean, she's probably in her 20s.
Okay. She just has a really young face, but she's very developed, so I was curious. It's like me. I have a very young face, but
Sai's just trying to create a problem where there isn't one. That's what that is.
That's not what that is. That's me feeling more comfortable about cosplaying her since I'm 29 again.
Yep.
No, there you go. Yeah.
We won't say for how many years.
That one was it was the last stretch goal we got. That's going to be made into a midnight trading card, and
nice.
Just excited about that character because I think she's a sexy character, and I like westerns too. I grew up on westerns too, Shae. So I'm hitting all the themes with this. I'm hitting horror. I'm hitting straight hero. I'm hitting noir. I'm hitting western. We put up a new art book, the Art of Devil Flyer, which will show some behind the scenes things that did not make it into the book, that we opted and pivoted, And also I've been drawing my swamp character, Bog, for 10 years.
Wow.
And so it will have a special 10 years of Bog in the art book.
Now, Rex, can I call him Old Man Swamp Thing?
Sure.
Okay.
I like how Rex is like, I don't give a shit what you call him.
At least you didn't say man thing and make, fun
Inner man thing.
Inner man thing.
That is disturbing.
No, Shadowhawk, I'm eternally 29.
Yeah.
Eternally
There's
29.
some Tank Ferret artwork of the main protagonist that goes up against Devil Flyer, Cy Marco. Cy Marco is a mobster in modern day Chicago and goes up against Devil Flyer and pays the heavy price for it. Now, see, I'm excited about that because when I do Momentum Unleashed, you will get to see his grandfather in the mob go up against Silver Boa. And Silver Boa shoots him in the leg and he limps. Well, in the next Devil Flyer story, you'll see grandfather, who was trying to make a name for himself in 1959 in the mob. You'll see him in modern day time as 80 something years old. So I'm developing these characters, some of these characters, at different points in their life.
Nice.
It's all interlinked. Basically, Devil Flyer is the main character that everything pivots around. He's kind of made a Faustian deal with the devil, and he's unleashed chaos, opened up Pandora's box again, and things are, kind of falling apart. And so he has to gather up all these heroes and stop the end of the world. Now, this is going to be a 6 or 7 issue arc, then this is the prequel to it, and then we'll have a hero issue. I had to basically do this as a magazine size, and it will probably be up from 48 pages by 4 pages. It'll probably be 52 pages when we're done.
You guys are so brutal. I was gonna say this.
Apparently, my typing is a hit in the chat.
It's very loud. This panel right here is like what I feel like I need to post on the outside of my door at work. Just do not fail me ever.
That's right.
Just see how many people knock on my door after that. Be like, ooh, maybe I don't need to bother her with this today.
John Fernandez did the artwork to Devil Flyer. I've known him since 1982. We've been friends since 1982. So, like,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
I
longer than
wasn't
Shae's
even
been
born.
alive.
And it's like
I was
he
-3.
he lives like 2 blocks away from me. So basically, he's my neighbor.
Is there like some kind of black hole in Arkansas where like people don't leave?
No, there's only about
It's
5
like
people
Utah.
in Arkansas anyway. So
Yeah.
you know,
Say
we're all
it's like
related.
Utah.
Incestuous.
Everyone I've talked to who's from Utah and has left Utah has all said the same thing. Is once they leave Utah, their family starts referring to them in the past tense.
Oh, well, okay.
And like
I think our
People
state
don't realize it.
population's about 2 million. Really, realistically, that's not a lot.
And the Clintons have blackmail on all of them.
Oh yes, definitely, yeah. But we won't talk about that. I don't want to be
Wishes-
self-deleted.
Wishes has a very good question. Says, do I understand correctly that some of your items in your campaign charge shipping while others are free shipping for a limited time?
Yes, there's free domestic shipping, and like for three of the new items, the sticker book, which is based on the old Marvel value stamp book of the Bronze Age in the 70s. They came out with 2 sticker books, and actually what you clipped out of your comics weren't stickers, but they kind of treated it as Marvel value stamps. You know, it had that little scalloped
Is that like a green stamp? Like a
yeah,
food
kind of like
stamp?
that, but it was just printed. You know, they printed the artwork within a stamp frame, and then you would cut that out of your comic, and the book, which goes for hundreds of dollars now in any kind of condition, was 50 cents, and that was to pay postage to get it to you in the mail.
All right.
Yeah, so limited time only. You get free shipping on that, and a couple other items there in the column. It's kind of so small. Yeah, that's free shipping on and there's a special 10th secret mystery card too. So basically, there's 10 cards in the set, and there's going to be 18 characters, actually 19 with that secret card. That'll be the only one that'll be front and back, same character. All the rest will have different characters on it. Like you might have Marco, Devil Flyer, you might have Interman and Bog, you might have Midnight and some other character on the back, you know. But there'll be
Very
19 characters in all on the trading card set. But we
Nice.
got trading cards.
That's
got
quite a
stickers
few.
for the campaign. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of sad to me when people have like trading cards for the characters in their comics, and there are like 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's like, come on,
I wanted
man.
to do more. I wanted to do a whole, like, how many in a deck? 56? Because I've got
And
that many
playing
characters.
cards, 52.
I've been developing characters longer than Shae's been alive, I'm sure.
Apparently.
Obviously.
From the 70s.
Clearly.
You know, so, yeah.
Gordon, Baltimore
negative
Comic Con.
Baltimore Comic Con, not Bronx Community College. Definitely not.
And I only
going
got
to
the art
Bronx.
book up a couple days ago, the Art of Devil Flyer, and I've already sold a couple of them. So
Nice.
that's good.
That's awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
We're only a couple $100, less than 300 away from our next stretch goal.
What is your next stretch goal, Rex?
Omer Glitch's fan club artwork as a trading card, and also Apex Comics Sea Demon. And we get, I know, Sea Demon, Seaman, we get that too.
Seaman Demon.
But and that was ink. He sent me the raw pencils to that as a thank you for buying some of his books. So I said, is it all right if I ink that and kind of spot color it? So I inked it and spot colored it, and it's now stretch goal up on along with Omer's piece, Bog piece, and it's down there at the bottom of the campaign. So been very busy putting in new stretch goals and breathing new life. We got new photos of Abby, my dog, up there of over 12 years now. He sometimes does the show with me.
All right, so let's go over. We kind of talked about loosely about some of the stuff that's to come. Let's talk about specifically the stuff that is updated on the campaign, so people know everything that they can get now
You
that they
bet.
couldn't get before.
You bet. I'll just look off screen here. Let's go over the big bundle after the Abbey. You can buy Abbey a meal for $2, and then what am I calling it? Let me get up here. Okay, the
Devil Deal.
The Devil Deal big bundle. I almost called it Devil's Due, but anyway, I don't want to give the devil any credit. So in that, we've really upped that. They used to have the 3 comic books, the Tapestry, and the Standee, and the hardback artist edition. Well, we've upped that by putting also t-shirt, 2 t-shirts you get with that bundle, the Art of the Devil Flyer art book, which is 60 pages. That's new to the campaign. Momentum Universe sticker book, that's new. Bog bookmark, and it's going to be a good one. It's the only bookmark on the campaign I'm making. I've had the artwork for it. It's killer. It's one of my favorites I've ever done.
Is it single or double-sided?
Oh, and Funko style Bog metal card. Let me show you that. I don't have a picture of that, but I have it right here. I can show you what.
Hey, Rex.
Oh wow! Hold on. Let's see his. I like it.
So everybody that backs the campaign gets a 4x6 head sketch of one of my characters, and it may or may not be in color. I've been doing these for the length of the campaign. I've probably done about 300 of them, and that's another stretch goal, the last stretch goal. If we reach 5,500, everybody will get 2 of these. Now, on the big bundle, you can get 2 of them with the big bundle right now. And if we hit that stretch goal, that means you get 3 head sketches of characters. So you can wind up
Absolutely.
with 3 pieces of original artwork done by me.
So Carrie is saying something very important. It says, since first launched, my offer for backer 65 offer only valid for the duration of this show.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get, Rex, you want to tell them what Carrie's offer is again?
With your purchase, and you're a new backer to the campaign today during this show, which is about 15 minutes out of being finished, you get a free sketch cover, and that's going to be a big thing because it's magazine size, front and back, to draw on with your order. So you get the book free with whatever else you buy.
So clearly,
just the sketch
y'all
cover,
should
the draw on. Yeah.
Y'all should definitely back it, because Carrie's offering up some
And
pretty
if
awesome
they want
stuff.
a remark of a character on there, I'll probably put one on there if they want that somewhere on the book, if they want that.
All right, now, Cy, what was your question? Was it if the standee was double-sided?
No, if the bookmark was double-sided.
The bookmark.
The bookmark will be double-sided, and the
Cool.
standee will be double-sided as well. You get the trading card set in with the big bundle. Armored Flyer Magnet. I think you saw the armored up version. That's who he's going to fight in the next issue.
Mm-hmm.
A second character head sketch, as I mentioned. Abby the dog keychain. Devil
Nice.
Flyer and Cy Marco poker chip, because he has a club. He's a mobster, right? The digital version of the book and full page ad space in my book. Like like Cy and Shae. They've got the inside. Their ad's going to be on the inside back cover.
Yay!
Yay.
I had forgotten, honestly.
I had to. I'm so excited, though.
Me too.
And like I said, the drawn in tier, $80. That's just a cameo in this book, but in the next, in the Midnight and the Roustabout Pulp, you can become a permanent character within that portion of the Old West. Now she's gonna travel through time at some point. She's gonna come to the present. I guarantee you, she's gonna be storming hell with the rest of the heroes and villains, trying to save the Earth at the end of the story arc.
Yeah.
So she's gonna go back to the Old West. So she may, the way the way George depicted her with purple hair and magenta or whatever, right? Uh, she may take that look back to the Old West, which is going to turn some eyes. But
I think her top is going to turn more eyes than her hair.
well, yeah, he kind of gave her, yeah. But she's got many different outfits, so
she's got many different attributes.
Yeah,
at least
many
two of
different
them.
attributes.
There's at least two very nice attributes.
Yeah.
that
But I
she's
don't
got.
know anybody that's doing a drawn interior that has future ramifications where you become your own character and you like Lack. I already know. I've already ran this past him. He bought the drawn interior when it was $175. It's been cut to $80 now. He's going to be a tracker and a scout and a ladies man. And then Crooked Painter that also paid $175 to be in there. He's going to be a feral and card dealer / outlaw character. And till they want to be killed off, they're a permanent part. They may even be Lack's going to be like a midnight secondhand person. So, and Shadowhawk, he's going to be in a few stories, and then he wants to get killed off at some point. I haven't nailed his character down yet, but we'll talk about it.
Wise Guys has a question for you.
Okay.
He's saying that is everything shipping from the same location, or is it shipping from a bunch of different locations?
No, Critical Blast will be shipping it from Arkansas here. He's about 4 hours away from me in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. So it will be...
Well, geez, docs people.
It seems like it's trying to charge shipping 4 separate times. I don't know. That's kind of, you guys work that out in the back end, of course, but just to thanks.
In the inner man.
Yeah. But
Or
just
the
to let
CD.
you know, Wise Guys is saying it's trying to charge him shipping 4 times. So
Oh,
might
it's
need to
trying
look into
charge
that.
somebody shipping different times. Okay.
But I'm sure
I
it'll be
like how
something that you
Peter
guys can
Cimetti
sort.
did it on Indiegogo, and I don't know how he did it. It only charged you shipping a couple times, so you got maximum shipping about $20, and then everything over that was free shipping.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he set that up, and I don't know.
Well, it's his own custom website.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
no one's stalking Arkansans.
Then we got three. You know what? If I will refund or whatever, have to do. I'll work it out.
Okay.
If I had to go over there and put it.
Yeah, I mean that's probably
free.
going to be easier. The other thing I would suggest is just reach out to Luke.
Or reach out to Luke. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
No, I mean
And
you
and
reach out
that's
to
why
Luke Rex.
that's why I offered the free domestic shipping,
figure it
because I knew that there's a lot of people that back, and I didn't want to on the new stuff to charge them an additional shipping cost,
Right.
And for new backers, I figure I wouldn't get that many new backers. So, but we'll
Thanks
see.
for the faith.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we do, that's great. They'll get the free shipping regardless, depending on what they order, right? But we got the 3-book bundle, and we got the Jimmy Reyes cover colored by John Dillard. Did you see that? One more down, Shae.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, there we go.
Very nice.
Jimmy Reyes cover. It's going to be a virgin cover, no logo, just the way it is. Magazine
Nice.
size, colored by John Dillard, and then we have the 60-page art of Devil Flyer, and that's Dionysus. He does Tome of Reckoning. I don't know if you know his book Tome of Reckoning, but he's on issue 3, getting ready to fulfill that. And
Very cool.
it's kind of unique. You got Devil Flyer coming down towards Armored Flyer, and then you got Armored Flyer on the back cover coming down to Devil Flyer. So it's
Very
a reversal of the same scene somewhat.
I like it.
And we'll get that bad boy colored up, and that'll look awesome. So we got the sketch cover. The digital tier will include will include everything that's in the art book, not the art of Devil Flyer, but the artist edition, the hardback artist edition. And the hardback artist edition has at least 12 pages of additional content. The digital will definitely have a lot more on it.
Okay.
We got if you back the sticker book, you get 2 stickers. You get the Cortex uh, sticker with that, and you get a Hopper sticker with that. Hopper has is like sort of that frog-like jumping, character, and uh, the the sticker book and the cards. Like I said, we got the standee that has been available or made available for $15. Um, by itself, it was only in the big bundle, but I made it. I said I would do that. I put up cover B for sale. That's watercolor done by John Philandes for $150. I think for a cover to what'll be a major book that's cheap. And then we've got the blacklight tapestry up there still, and the original artwork to that by Doc Blaylock and pages by Doc Blaylock. We've got a couple pieces by Omer Glitch, fan art type stuff. The Mighty Battle Brick, which I created, and he kind of put his own take on that. That's a watercolor, and he did a bog that piece. That's also a full colored watercolor. We had Tank
I really
Parrot,
like that.
Cy Marco piece, and some other Doc Blaylock stuff, and some sketch cards and bookmarks that I've done.
Nice. So in other words, there's just a whole shit ton of good.
Yeah.
On this campaign.
Yeah, you get the like I said, 6x4 character head sketch. You get, if you signed up and you back, the trading card artwork is down below, done by me and colored in full color. There it is. Oh no, wait, that was me. Yeah, just keep going down. Whoever's controlling that.
That's Shae.
I am.
Yeah, Omer Glitch helped me put this together and work on this. These are pieces that I did like 3 years ago. Blood Dragon, that's a bunch of artwork by me. This is Omer Glitch's sticker, which would be used 2-ton. Yeah, that's.
And he's in the chat.
Dead Ninja, Sargasso. These are small pieces. At some point, I may offer the original artwork to these, but had a colorist very early on color these when I first contacted you, Shae. I mean, years ago. Back in 2021. Because yours was the second stream I ever went on. I went on your stream November 19th, 2021 for the very first time.
Yep.
So really quickly, people in the chat were talking earlier about how much they really enjoyed Shae's jacket. I'm hitting the button. Before what? Remove other. So it will not let you replace one share screen with another share screen without first removing the first.
Oh, that's dumb.
So
that's this jacket on Cy's titties. Oh, nice, Cy.
Thanks.
Oh, he's wearing. Okay.
And that's the friend that did my eyebrows. These are not my eyebrows yet. This
No.
But this
that
is the jacket.
before. But that's our good friend Allie too. She's beautiful. We love her.
Yeah.
Okay. At first, I thought it was you, but I didn't take a good look.
No. Sadly, we didn't get any pictures of me and Allie.
No, we did not. We did not.
For whatever reason.
It was your phone. That's the reason.
That's why. It's because I was the one taking the pictures.
Yeah. I'm like, Shae, we need pictures. She's like, okay, click. And I'm like, and then Shay's like, we're going to be late. And so we all bailed because we had the show to get to.
Now, the most, we got trading card set on here. We done trading card stretch goes. We had a magnet stretch go. We got stickers for the very first time on a campaign. But the card that you really want to get is the charter member card, and that's also pictured there. That entitles you, if you buy my ash can on Indiegogo or back this book on this campaign. Those are the only 2 campaigns where you can get that card. There we are, coming up on it. There's the head sketch. You get a free 6 a.m. Devil Flyer just for free. Yeah, that's the mail-in card that I did the artwork like back probably 2022 or 21. There's the charter member card right there. When you get that, you'll get free stuff sent to you in the mail randomly, you know, for your purchase. And then here's the stretch goals that we've met. Midnight was the last one there. You got and there's just the pencils. I didn't have a scan of my inks and color spot coloring on that, but I'll replace that as soon as I can. There's Omer's piece that you'll also get on the next stretch goal. And we're getting ready to hit that. And then you get a bog sticker by 6 a.m.
Oh my God,
So
I love
cute.
that.
Yeah.
Isn't it cute?
It is. Hold on, scroll back up.
So you can potentially get 4 different stickers: a Devil Flyer, a Bog, a Cortex. What else? One more sticker by him on this campaign.
I want to see 6 a.m. do a sticker of the monster on Bugs Bunny. You know, the one that's just red hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'd
this
need
is
that.
Hopper and Lady Hopper. That'll be a stretch goal where you get 2 of those. And then another head sketch is the last character. So you could potentially wind up with 2 or 3 original pieces by me. And this is a sneak peek of the origin of Bog. 3 pages from the next story.
Very cool.
Give him a sneak peek of what's to come.
Is that his name, Gordon? I hadn't realized
A
that
little
he actually had a
barbarian
name.
action. So we got a little barbarian sword and sorcery type stuff in there.
Apparently, the backer numbers don't go up on Fund My Comic when it's storefront, I guess. So let's check
No,
your
they
numbers.
don't go. If you've already backed, it's actual. You know, if you're a new backer, it will go up. If you're not a new backer, it won't go up. It'll just.
Well, so it went up.
So
You
it
do
went
have
up.
backer
So
65.
we do have backer 65, and that means that they get a free sketch cover with their order.
Heck yeah. And you are $71 away from 4K. Which is,
Sweet.
I mean, there's
the
a
next-
lot that you
The
guys can
next
get on
stretch
here.
go. The next
Yeah.
stretch go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot that you guys can get on here. It's really, really cool items. There's a lot going on here. I feel like you've just kind of packed this as full as you possibly could.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Sai, do you have any other questions or anything for our guest?
You might have covered it, but frankly, I'm delirious. When's fulfillment?
Fulfillment, we're looking to fulfill in July. So that'll be a year and a half from launch, from when we launched February 2nd on this channel last year. So
Nice.
I think that's a doable thing. You know,
It is.
I'm really doing new things. I mean, from
I'm
the
volunteering
feet
you for it being reasonable and realistic. Because I have control over when you're fucking ready to ship.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Carrie-
RJ's going to do that. I'll probably print at multiple printing places, and then he's agreed to meet me like halfway, and then I'll drive halfway, he'll drive halfway.
You'll
and
kiss in the
meet.
middle.
I'll give him we'll kiss in the middle like the porcupine and the skunk.
Or,
like
God.
Two
or
porcupines.
Lady and the Tramp, I was thinking,
Yeah.
some spaghetti.
Yeah, well, you got to have spaghetti and meat sauce for that.
So
You bring
Carrie
yourself.
says she sent $40 for a plane cover and towards shipping to sweeten the deal.
And Carrie's asking if you can check who backer 65 ended up being. I think it might have been Wise Guys, but we're not sure.
Yeah, and I don't want to dox him if he doesn't want to be known. As
So Carrie, get with Rex after this. That would
That's
be
what-
the best idea. And then Jason is asking
Hold on, I
that
gotta
I
switch
ask
this
you the
fucking-
dinosaur thing, which we haven't done in a minute. I'm assuming if you could be a dinosaur, what would it be? What
And why?
dinosaur would you be? and
T-Rex,
why?
of course, meat eater extraordinaire.
So he would be T-Rex because his name's already Rex, so we might as well just go with it.
I mean, come on, it's no
Just still call
brainer.
him Rex.
For someone selling an artistic endeavor, that's not a lot of imagination I've come to expect from you.
Look, man, T-Rexes are cool. What can you say? You want to be a Stegosaurus? Really? Come on.
It is nice, Carrie. I
I'm not
wasn't.
vicious
I was
like
reading your chat. I wasn't knocking your chat. I was reading your chat.
Okay, Carrie, you haven't been around Sai as much as I have. Sai just sounds like that. It's not. That's just they can't get rid of the sarcasm in their voice. It's not that they think it's bad.
I'm always
I know
laughing.
he was from New York.
Wiz just said it's okay to dox his screen name if that's him as number 65. Thank you, Jason.
is mean.
I'm very mean, especially
even
since I'm no longer allowed on your fucking show.
And oh my gosh, Sai, let it go. And Carrie, it is a lovely, lovely offer. You are awesome. You are super, super awesome. So
Thanks, Jordan.
I can't. All right. Well, I fucking can't. Banned. Look at everybody's like, yeah, we're not canceling Sai.
I'm going to say it was probably Wise Guys. I'm going to say it was probably Wise Guys. I won't say his real name, but I'm going to say it was probably Wise. Yeah. And he was gracious enough to let me on a couple of his shows recently. And
Yeah, Wise
like,
Guys is a good peeps.
oh yeah,
When
He
he's not
said
challenging me to eating pickles.
Hey, what? Yeah, you'll probably never eat chili again. I know you barfed up chili one time. Got sick at the right.
I don't think it was chili.
I think it was chili.
Well, chili.
But of course, I
don't have a
wasn't there
problem
to
with
catch
chili.
it.
Yeah,
Ew,
no.
I would never catch it.
So we're
Now-
doing regen tomorrow night. I
Tomorrow
guess?
night, yeah.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
yeah, we're gonna do regen tomorrow night. Should be really fun. I might even. No, we're not doing Pickle Challenge Round 2, Wizjiz. We are not doing Pickle Challenge Round 2. It is not happening. I
Which
have
is,
so
you
many pickles.
better bring $100 fucking dollars.
So many pickles left over from that.
If any of you have questions about the shipping, need a refund on some of that, we'll work it out. Okay.
Yeah, reach out to Rex. I think that there
I'll
just
get
might be
in
something
loop
a little
or
screwy going on. So
Whatever we got to do. Yeah.
but we're gonna do regen tomorrow night.
Pew, pew, pew.
Not the normal night, but we've been battling a couple of ridiculous shit lately. So come hang out with us tomorrow night. I don't know, Sai, I might show a couple of those pictures from
Which one?
Thursday.
There better be money involved.
Master reveal.
We'll see. We'll see. Just okay. So here, this is what I'm gonna say to everybody. On Thursday, I did a boudoir
Hey,
shoot.
Kelly.
So
Okay.
there's you can come hang out and we'll see if we
She
can
did
unlock.
a boudoir photo shoot, and let me just say, she looks amazing. She always looks amazing, but holy shit.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
there was
what
a lot of
the
leather.
shoots They're supposed to do, right?
There was a lot of leather in that shoot. Like everybody else goes and it's like flowery lace shit and all soft, and
Okay.
I did not.
Anyone who's seen Shae's art streams from her art setup in the basement, who's seen the Morrigan cosplay on one of the mannequins in the background, she wore that. She wore that,
did wear that.
as one
you
of
didn't
her
have a crop stick, did you?
a riding crop?
I didn't need one, but it would have fit.
Crop sticks are fun. I mean,
It
I'm just saying.
it would have fit.
Yeah.
Everybody, please come hang out with us tomorrow night, and make sure you go and back Devil Flyer over on Fun My Comic. It's pinned at the top. It is in the chat. You can get yourself original art from Rex on top of everything else.
That's right.
So go check it out. And Rex, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you.
Man.
Everybody have
Yeah.
a great night. We'll see you later.
Bye.